Pepsi Prebiotic Cola in original and cherry vanilla. That Pepsi taste you love with no artificial sweeteners and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Unbelievably Pepsi.
This is Optimal Living Daily, how to get life-changing clarity within 90 minutes of waking up, by Benjamin Hardy of benjaminhardy.com. I'm your narrator, Justin Malik, the guy that reads blogs or articles to you every single day of the year, including weekends and holidays. And I appreciate you listening every day. It really means a lot. We're going to get right to our next post as we optimize your life. How to get life-changing clarity within 90 minutes of waking up, by Benjamin Hardy of benjaminhardy.com. The first 90 minutes of your day are crucial to everything that happens thereafter. If you don't produce something special during those first 90 minutes, chances are your whole day will falter. Here's how you maximize those first 90 minutes of your day. Make a cognitive commitment that you will produce a result. You need to make a commitment to yourself that you will produce a result. As a writer, the result for me is generally around publishing an article or getting some writing done. What is the result that matters to you? What would move you the direction you want to go? Here are the keys to ensure you'll produce a powerful result. You need to make success convenient, meaning it's your default option. You do that by setting things up the night before. For example, if you lay your clothes out the night before, the choice of what you'll wear has already been made. Similarly, if you write down your morning goals in past tense as though they've already been completed, you'll be far more likely to do it. You'll have already mentally committed, so the choice has already been made. You need a ritual that generates epiphanies and motivation. You need a timeline. You need an environment that facilitates breakthroughs. You need a why that moves you forward. You need to be willing to fail over and over again. And you can't obsess about the outcome of each single day, but instead focus on the holistic process and effect of multiple solid days and attempts together. Regarding the last point, business professor and religious leader David Bednar makes an important analogy. Here's what he says, quote, "In my office is a beautiful painting of a wheat field. The painting is a vast collection of individual brushstrokes, none of which in isolation is very interesting or impressive. In fact, if you stand close to the canvas, all you can see is a mass of seemingly unrelated and unattractive streaks of yellow and gold and brown paint. However, as you gradually move away from the canvas, all of the individual brushstrokes combine together and produce a magnificent landscape of a wheat field. Many ordinary individual brushstrokes work together to create a captivating and beautiful painting," end quote. Don't focus on the results of a single day. Instead, focus on the big picture. However, it is through each individual brushstroke that a picture becomes beautiful. Similarly, the commitment to produce a result every single day is the key to creating a beautiful life. If you produce a result during the first 90 minutes of your day every single day, your life will look very, very different from the lives of most people. Moreover, your entire day will look different because you'll have put first things first. You'll have created a result which produces confidence and clarity. Thus, the rest of your day will also be better because you'll have set the tone for winning and congruence. Most people's mornings are far from optimal. Very few people make tangible progress toward their dreams on a daily basis. Develop a ritual for getting into a heightened state. There's some really cool research about how to develop your epiphany ability. The ability to generate epiphanies is something you can absolutely master in your life. The scientific definition of an epiphany consists of 3 crucial elements: abandoning the old ineffective thoughts, i.e. breaking mental fixation, formulating the new and effective thoughts, forming the new novel association, and experiencing the intense, thrilling feeling of aha. During your first 90 minutes, your job is to get an epiphany and to then do something about that epiphany. We live in an age where creativity, or the ability to generate new insights and connections, is the number one asset and skill. It's not about the time and effort you put into your work, but rather about your ability to think and produce better and differently than others that sets you apart. If you can create epiphanies on a daily basis and produce an output every single day, you will quickly become a master of your craft. Eventually, your work will become known to the general public. Eventually, you'll become so good at what you do that your work and your talents will not be able to be ignored. Thus, you need to develop an expectation and commitment that you'll get epiphanies on a daily basis, create an environment where epiphanies can happen, and live in the results economy, meaning that you must get a result because your livelihood depends on it. In other words, you need to get paid based on your performance. Your daily behavior needs to matter. If it doesn't matter, your survival instincts won't kick in, and you'll have mental apathy, which will make getting epiphanies and doing the deep creative work difficult. To enhance your epiphany ability, the following strategies are very helpful. Don't eat food during the first 90 minutes of your day. Being in a fasted state is important for high cognitive and creative functioning. Don't pull out your smartphone and check email or social media. Focus on outputs rather than inputs. Spend time deeply imagining your dreams and future. Fitness and cold showering can produce creative and joyful brain chemicals. Write in your journal or on a whiteboard in the form of bullet points and pictures to connect ideas in new and interesting ways. After Thomas Edison's death, over 3,500 filled journals of his were found, detailing his ideas, thoughts, and inventions. Be extremely open and mindful of the thoughts that enter your mind. Read or listen to very high-level content, spiritual, motivational, intellectual, but being somewhat distant from that content. You don't want to overly fixate or your mind won't be able to wander enough to create the epiphany. Don't force the idea to come. Let it come. As soon as the initial nugget comes, jump on the idea and see where it takes you. Your commitment to acting upon the epiphany is crucial. Once you get it, follow it. The idea after the idea is where much of the beauty comes. Get good at connecting ideas and building frameworks. This will take lots of study, thinking, and practice. And the better you get at connecting things, the more likely you will be to get epiphanies. Conclusion. How you spend the first 90 minutes of your day will determine your success in life. Each individual day shouldn't be viewed in isolation, but instead like the brushstrokes of a beautiful painting. When they're all brought together in view, a beautiful life will appear. It is your job during the first 90 minutes of your day to produce a result. You can become a creative master. You can become world class at what you do, but you must be willing to fail on a daily basis. You must be committed to thinking deeply, to creating, to producing, and to putting something tangible into the world regularly. You miss every shot you don't take, and every failure you produce is only taking you one step closer to your best work. Focusing on results and process is key. However, being results-oriented should be your priority. When results are required because your livelihood depends on it, then you will figure it out and develop an optimized process. Focusing on process over result is putting the cart before the horse. It's an obsession with something that may not actually be moving you in the right direction. Only practitioners, those with skin in the game who are focused on results, generate the processes that are simple enough to actually work. When the why is strong enough, you'll figure out how. You must then make a cognitive commitment and create the expectation, both internal and external, that will produce a result. Go. You just listened to the post titled, How to Get Life-Changing Clarity Within 90 Minutes of Waking Up by Benjamin Hardy of benjaminhardy.com. I'll be right back with my commentary. Tax season is one of the only times we look at our full financial picture, but Monarch helps me see where my money is going and where a tax refund will have the biggest impact, because I want to make progress, not just wonder where it all went. Simplify your finances with Monarch. Monarch is the all-in-one personal finance tool designed to make your life easier. It brings your entire financial life, budgeting, accounts and investments, net worth, and future planning together in one dashboard on your phone or laptop. Feel aware and in control of your finances this tax season and get 50% off your Monarch subscription with code LIVING. What I love is that Monarch keeps me focused on hitting real milestones, not just tracking spending. Its AI insights even surface hidden patterns, so I'm always planning ahead. Achieve your financial goals for good with Monarch, the all-in-one tool that makes money management simple. Use code LIVING at monarch.com for half off your first year. That's 50% off at monarch.com, code LIVING. I used to leave doctor's appointments feeling like I learned nothing. Just, you're fine, and out the door. That's why I'm excited about Superpower. They send a licensed professional to your home or you visit a nearby lab for one simple draw covering over 100 biomarkers, way more than a typical checkup. Their app breaks down everything from your heart and thyroid to hormones and metabolism. Plus, you get a personalized action plan. Head to superpower.com and use code OLD at checkout for $20 off your membership. Thank you to Benjamin. I thought that painting analogy in this one was really good. The idea that any single day's work is like one brushstroke. You can't really judge it up close, but step back over time and you'll see something worth looking at. I know for me, and I think for a lot of longtime listeners here, that's kind of what this show is too. You hear one episode and it might not change your life that day, but after years of these daily reminders, they really do add up. So in a way, just showing up every morning or evening and listening is like a brushstroke. The practical stuff he covers, protecting that first block of time before you check your phone, before you eat, before the day takes over. I think most of us know this works in theory. We've heard some version of it before. The hard part is actually doing it. So I appreciate that he's realistic about it taking real commitment. One thing I'd add, it probably doesn't have to be 90 minutes, even 30 or 45 minutes of protected, focused time first thing before anything else gets your attention. That can make a real difference to how the rest of the day feels. So try protecting that time tomorrow morning, even if it's short, and let me know how it goes. With that, have a great rest of your day and a great morning blocked off tomorrow. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.